Hey guys, how you doing today? Today, I'll be doing a full build video on my 2016 YZ125 motor. I went from a blown up motor that didn't run to a brand new engine. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so getting started with this YZ motor build, what we're doing here is we're getting our cases ready for dropping our bottom end bearings in. And what I like to do for this is preferably you have an oven, and I'll preheat my oven for 300 degrees and I'll pop my cases in there for 30 minutes. And what this does is it expands the cases, and I'll usually freeze my bearings overnight. And the tolerances are so tight with these, you can just drop in your bearings right into your cases, and it makes it a lot easier and a lot less stressful as if you just pushed it in dry with a press. And then it makes a different sound when it seats all the way, because that bearing wasn't cold enough. Hear that?
Yeah.
I need I just use the old bearing. Block, because you never want to hit on the bearing itself, but the old one's fine. While we got the other cases in the oven, let's start putting in these new seals. So I just pulled this one out for the small sprocket goes right here. So what I like to do, I have all my seals and stuff right here. I just like to go through them and just check the part numbers and just match them up. Make sure we don't have any in the bottom. Alright, and what I'm doing right here is I'm just making sure that the seals are the same. And a lot of the times, the seals aren't really too hard to press in, so I can just push them in for the most part with my thumbs, as you can see here. And it doesn't take much pressure, but it also shouldn't be too loose to where they could just fall out. Get a little washer back in. Time to go grab the cases out of the oven. We got everything going. Got the Supercross going. Got the whole bike laid out. Let's get this shit done, boys. Alright, we got these cases out of the oven, and you got a small period of time to work, so you kind of got to move fast. So right now, I'm grabbing the bearings out of the freezer, making sure these are all good. Next thing, I'll come over here, back to my cases. They're nice and hot. I'll get my bearings out, and then they should just drop right in just like this.
Swing by Tipsy Putt any day or night of the week. All ages welcome until 7 p.m.
That's how I know it's seated. When you hear that ping sound, you can hear the difference now. All four corners, ping, ping. There we go. And that's how you do case bearings. Not much to it, but to do it. Let's go. All right, now we gotta drop this last transmission bearing in. She should just go in just like that. Let's go. This is how you do it. Dinner in the garage, building bikes, cask or anything more. Alright, so right here, just got some assembly lube. Getting these bearings nice and oiled up before I drop my transmission in. Make sure I'm getting all the bearings, transmission, bottom end. Make sure they're all spinning freely. Everything's looking all nice.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, son.
Genius right here at work. You know, we got the bike right here, looking beautiful, if you know what I'm saying. The seat covers. And then we got the genius at work, if you know what I'm saying. The real genius, the real brain.
Look at that, brother. Isn't that fucking beautiful? That's how you fucking put a transmission in, son.
Oh yeah.
Alright, that's how you put the Yama Bond on, because there's no gasket. Check this out. See, just kind of just put a little on your finger, and just go around the cases like this. This is what seals the bottom end.
Not to be. Damn, dude. Do you feel like that one was better? So I decided.
Alright.
That jump that you said you scrumped too hard. That next one I jumped off of it down into the corner like far.
Oh wow.
And it like somehow compressed into there perfect. And I was like, sick. Boys, before we get to the results, I do gotta let you know I had to go to the backup time just to confirm, but this is the closest one.
It's a new situation too, because we have never been this close, right? So
Never in the show has ever been this close. Not even close. And I told you I just send a little more, but that last time I was like, we're back it down, and luckily I did because it paid off.
and think about it too. We beat you the first go round, back to back on the 85 and the 125. We had to pull out a creative, engineered monster of a motorcycle, but we got it done.
Barely. Not much.
Go around that track like this was
Would you guys like to go against our floor and throw a car around 252 stroke?
Let's do it.
Stupid question, of course. All right, let's do it.
yeah, so have fun, guys.
Alright, so what I'm doing right here is I'm kind of just looking back at some pictures I took while I was taking apart the motor, because there's different length case bolts and you don't want to put them in the wrong spot. So taking pictures always helps when I put these bikes back together.
Red Bull Ayresburg Rodeo, year 2 for me.
Alright, just getting all these things in. Making sure they're all going in the right spot. Double checking before I'm putting every bolt in. And what I like to do is I'll take out all the same length bolts and I'll take pictures and I'll number them. So if I have 3 different length bolts, I'll have the shortest ones, call them number 1, the second ones number 2, and then number 3. And then take a picture of every hole that they went into and keeping track of that. And then just taking pictures and marking up my pictures, that really helps.
The most insane week of the year.
Special place in my heart when it comes to Ayresburg.
So it's all about the atmosphere, managing all the people.
Really nice.
Fucking cases together, son. That's literally like the hardest part of the build. Just make sure this is all the way seated.
So you can just go to a gas pump and fill this thing up with regular 4-stroke. On Sunday, this is going to be a good machine for me. It's got the bottom end.
Took a minute low key too, huh?
Fuck yeah, dude.
When I was gone, just getting them bearings in.
But those bearings are the hardest part.
Yeah, that was how many hours I was gone? And that's like all you got done, huh?
And then just kind of wipe all this off the cases. Torquing all the bolts, look at this shit.
Hell yeah. Got them to a certain...
10 foot-pounds.
Hell yeah. That's what they're supposed to be.
The goal was to make it halfway, and I did. So anything past that, I was pumped. I'm going to come back for number 3. I'm going to train. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just getting some assembly lube down in the new bearing of the crank. These usually ship out with not that much oil in them, so I just like to go over and get some extra in it. I'm going to show you how to do a YZ125 top end right now. Let's get started. Let's get this zip tie off the new crank. Don't drop that in the bottom of the motor. Number 1. We're using some Yama lube on this bike right here. Let's get a little oil. I like to grab my wrist pin bearing, just drop it in, get it nice and coated. I like to pull my piston out. Alright, we gotta check the ring gap first. Let's get this done. So the way you check ring gap, take your piston ring, put it inside your cylinder, take your piston, put
push it down a little bit. And then the ring gap should be good on this because this is a brand new cylinder and brand new piston. So Vertex usually comes with a little paper, some stickers.
Bangers with the bangers, huh? Hey, look, Northern Cali to Pacific Northwest. You know what the fuck it is, huh? Yeah, hey, Yakimo was hand and hey, Solid Day, Sacramento, Pittsburgh, Oakley, San Jose, let's go.
Shipping and sinking, side get a grip, would you dive in? You see it smiles, I want you to spend time with. Too many fake in my eyes, I keep shining. Lights in the road and hit bright like a diamond. You ain't with me, you against me.
Let's get this YZ125 top end built. What I like to do first, I'll take my piston. I like to put, since I'm working on it this way, and the arrow always goes forward, I'll put this side of the wrist pin in, or the circlip in first. Just makes it easier so I don't have to do both of them when they're on the bike. Got that one seated. Got that in. Now let's get that circlip in. Alright, now we got that wrist pin bearing in. We can pull this paper towel off. Get my piston ring, put some oil on it. And then every time you put your piston ring in, there'll be a little letter on it. Right at the tip right there. And you always want to put the letter up. On the back of your piston, right there, you want to line up the gap in between the piston with it. Take your piston rings, just kind of slide them over. Most important part, one of them, right here. Can't forget this. Alright, now we can get our cylinder on. Pour out our bolts. .22 foot-pounds for the cylinder.
What the fuck? I'm a
thanks for checking out the 2016 YZ125 motor build. Looking forward to getting this bike running pretty soon. Motor's completely done. Just got to put on the flywheel. Waiting on a flywheel key still. But other than that, I'm going to do a full build video. Putting the motor in. Getting my forks all done. And the bike should be ready to rip. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead, like, subscribe. More videos coming soon. Thank you guys.